Inspired by the novella The Last Christmas Ride from Edie Hand, welcome to Holiday Memories with Miss Edie and Friends. Come home with Ronnie McDowell and Edie Hand and share a few special memories from George Jones, Charlie Daniels, John Schneider, Bo Bice, and many more. Welcome home.
Thanks, Linc. I'm so glad that you've come home for Christmas.
Listen, you know, I don't get to come back home that much, but it's Christmas, so you know I'm always going to come back for Christmas. You always made that special, and I'm glad I could share this with you. It's been a lot of fun. I love you, Mom.
Look who is here!
Hey! How are you doing? Good! And Miss Angela!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And Papa D. Good to see you.
Merry Christmas. How you doing, big man? Good. How's that like?
And brought your pretty granddaughter in here. She's a doll. Now, Chloe and Nikki and I are about to go bake some cookies. Linc's tarts, by the way.
Chocolate, gravy, and biscuits.
We're gonna do it, and we're gonna go make some Linc tarts, right? Okay, Chloe, let's go.
I'm going to stay in here and watch this.
Okay, sounds good.
What do you mean watch? You're going to join me now.
Nobody wants to hear that.
I know she's going to do.
Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till He appeared and the soul felt His worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Follow your leads, oh, hear the angels' voices. Night divine, oh, night when Christ was born.
Sing it, girl.
Oh, night divine, oh, night, oh, holy night.
Hi, I'm John Schneider. My favorite Christmas memory actually takes place right on this staircase where I am right now. Cool thing about this, when we first moved into the house, we hadn't figured out how to decorate it for Christmas. So this staircase was just like this. And our two youngest kids, Chasen and Karis was probably, 5, Chasen was 7. And Ellie and I were sitting down here on the couch. The kids were dressed alike in red pajamas. And we turned around, we heard a weird noise like, what is that? We turned around and our two kids, one right after the other, not the eldest because she's too cool for school, came sliding down this banister, hopped off down here on the floor, and came over to open presents on Christmas morning. Greatest memory I have, right here. So, from the Schneider house, from the Schneider staircase, to your house, to your staircase, Merry Christmas.
This is Dr. Pineda. He's a cancer specialist, a chef, and a cookbook author. Dr. Pineda went back to school to combine medical science with the culinary arts. Today, his dishes help relieve the side effects of cancer treatments and restore appetites stolen by the disease. Sometimes, success starts when someone realizes that the best medicine doesn't always come from a lab. It comes from the heart. Virginia College. Your success starts here.
So I don't really have any one particular memory as a child. I can say that my dad surprised me a couple years ago with something. I had a clunker of a car that had dents in both sides and the crack all the way across the window, and I decided he must have got tired of seeing it parked in front of the house, so he surprised me a couple years ago with the car, and that was probably the biggest gift I've ever gotten. It was exciting for me and my children, and they hid it from me, and they managed to keep it secret. And I don't know how they did it, but they helped him pull one over on me.
About a year and a quarter, she had 140,000 miles on it.
These kids are lucky. They got Georgette over here showing them how to bake Linc's tarts.
I don't know how lucky that is.
Well, you know why you're doing Linc's tarts?
Why?
Well, when I was going through cancer, I thought I wanted to do something special for Linc. And being a cookbook author, that's what I wanted to do. So we named these Linc's tarts. He was just a little boy, so it's a family tradition with us that every Christmas we bake Linc's tarts. And I know, Georgette, that Reed, one of his dreams is to become a chef. And Madison, tell us what you want to be when you grow up.
I want to be a doctor and oncologist.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
And Tyler, now tell everybody what your dream is.
I want to be an actor just like you.
Oh, how sweet. Now, Georgette, I want you to tell everybody what you want to be when you grow up.
I don't want to grow up.
At all. And you know who else? We got another special friend with us here today. Emily's here from Children's Hospital. That's how I met all these guys, was thanks to Miss Emily. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Edie, I just wanted to take a second just to talk about what an inspirational day this has been, because you touch so many people's lives, not only here in Alabama, but across the country. And I don't know if you necessarily realize how inspirational you are to everyone who has an opportunity to know you either personally or professionally through the different opportunities that you give us.
Thank you, Emily. It's my privilege.
Well, you know, I've got quite a few family Christmas memories, but one that stands out in my mind for me personally is the year that I went with Bob Hope to Saudi Arabia to entertain our troops. That was Christmas time, and by the dear grace of God, I got on that tour with Bob Hope. It was his last combat tour, and it was my first. And we went and visited the troops in Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, and you know, that was an awesome experience. It was kind of sad in the fact that I was leaving my daughter, and I got her permission to go entertain the troops at Christmas time, and that was kind of the sad part. But it was a blessing to go over there and get, for the first time, see our guys and gals in action and what they do, and just how great and how professional they really are.
Holiday Memories with Miss Edie and Friends will be right back.
The Roth family would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas from our house to yours from the Van Guys. Now, all together now. 1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas!
Hi, I'm Edie Hand here at Scott Crump Toyota, and we're paving the way to make a difference for our youth, and you can too. So log on to our websites because we're paving the way.
Make a difference. Pave the way.
Growing up, you know, Christmas was always about closeness of family and togetherness and reaching out maybe to loved ones that we haven't seen as much that year, people that we love dearly that we're not in touch with as much throughout the year. To me, I think Christmas, for one thing, it needs to be a time to reach out to the ones that we loved and to tell them, hey, I love you, and you mean a lot to me. And I want to pass that on to my children, I really do. I want my children to have the same experiences of closeness with family as I did growing up. It means so much to me, the holiday season does. It was, when I was a boy, it was a time of laughter, it was a time of joy. And I want to pass that on to my children. And I have 3 children and a wonderful wife that I love dearly. And holiday traditions mean a lot to us now. And I hope that when my children grow up, that they'll have that same strength in holiday tradition, and that Christmas will mean that much to them.
This party reminds me of another party that a good friend of ours had at Buddy Killing's. He's not with us this year, but there was a sweet lady there singing another great song of White Christmas. Remember Vestal singing that?
Vestal, I sure do. Why don't we do it?
I think that's a
and
great
let's
idea.
get everybody to sing with us, and we'll be the conductors. Come
Okay.
on.
Hey, we got some good singers here. Let's
You
belt
ready?
it out, everybody. Okay, come on.
Here we go.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know,
where the tree tops glistened and children listened to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I'll write. May your days all be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
I have a very tight-knit family, so I have a lot of fond memories of the holidays. I think my favorite Christmas holiday is probably just dinner. You know, that's one of our staples, is just the Christmas dinner. When I was a kid, it was more about waking up and hurrying and opening your presents. But the one thing that I really enjoy every Christmas now is just the Christmas dinner and the time to sit around with my family.
I'm going to share probably my earliest Christmas memory that I can actually solidify in my mind and remember. I don't know how old I was, 3, 4, 5 years old, something like that. And Santa Claus always came, on Christmas Eve night and left your presents. Then you got up the next morning and had them. This particular Christmas, we had gone down to see my grandparents who lived right down the road from us. And when we came back on Christmas Eve night, lo and behold, Santa Claus had come early and left my presents. And of course, I was overjoyed. And one of the things I remember he left was a drum. It was about that big around and had some kind of heavy paper head in it. And I picked it up, and I thought I was playing it. I go, "You are my sunshine, my own," and so on and so forth, But I beat the head out of it in just a very few days, so it didn't last very long. But I'll never forget that. I'll never forget coming home, how exciting it was. Hey, Charles, Santa Claus came home. We're going, wow!
Well, that's the beauty of Christmas.
Yes, it is.
It's surprises.
Yes, it is.
That reminds me of another good friend of ours, Waylon Jennings.
It's hard to imagine Waylon gone. You know, it's kind of hard to talk about him in the past tense.
It is.
Yeah. He had a long career. I remember I came to Nashville about '67, and Waylon was just really starting to cook about that time, and really starting to catch on in the business. And he went from then right up to the day he passed away.
I mean, he was one more rock and roller. There's no doubt about it. And it brings back a memory for me of he and Jesse Coulter singing Silent Night.
Can you imagine Christmas without Silent Night?
No, I can't. I can't.
I can't imagine going through the holiday season without hearing it.
Very special song.
Yeah, it is indeed.
And you're special.
Thank you, darling. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Holy night, all is calm, all is bright. On yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly
You know, our whole thing is always based around eating. So a lot of the time we spend in the kitchen and dreaming up, you know, what we're going to eat and you know, twisting our mom's arm to make fudge and divinity and all the hard stuff that even though she's taught us, we still make her make it.
One of my favorite, most recent Christmas stories was I got to spend Christmas in Jamaica with Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash. Very intimate, quiet Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And I'll never forget Christmas morning, hearing these footsteps walk down the hallway. And I was sort of half asleep, and I heard a knock at the door, and I heard, and I can quote, I heard Johnny Cash's voice say, "Wake up, my beautiful child, it's Christmas morning, and I've got coffee on." And I just remember my eyes, you know, sitting bolt upright in bed, my eyes getting big, just thinking, oh my God, you know, how cool is this?
Here we go, and I know you don't know this song, but I know you'll sound great anyway.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay, here we go.
As we go, that's what we do.
And you know what? I remember on Christmas when Santa would visit us, how it was so amazing to me.
I bet you've never been sung to before, Sam.
'Cause his beard was so white, why his red suit so bright. But when I looked down at his feet, I thought, how in the world can that be? Santa's got daddy's boots on. Santa's got daddy's boots on. How can that be? It really puzzles me. Santa's got daddy's boots on. Santa's got daddy's boots on. How can that be? It really puzzles me. Santa's got daddy's boots on. Santa's got daddy's boots on. That's just what I see every Christmas Eve. Let's tag it. That's just what I see every Christmas Eve. Bop, bop, hey!
Oh, my favorite holiday memory was at home with my mother and dad and my brothers and one sister, because we usually play instruments, sing, you know, around the piano. But I guess Christmas was always very special because Elvis would bring us a Christmas bonus. This was in the 50s. And he would come to Nashville before Christmas and out at Colonel Parker's house here in Madison and bring us a Christmas bonus.
One year, I sat down on Santa Claus's lap and I noticed he had tobacco, just a river of tobacco juice coming down his cotton beard. And he laughed just like Uncle Connie. He looked like Uncle Connie, and Uncle Connie always had tobacco juice coming down. So I was a little confused when I left that night, thinking Santa chews tobacco just like Uncle Connie. And then I thought, is Santa Uncle Connie or is Uncle Connie Santa? And I sat down with my brother, and Mason kind of told me who Santa was. There's never another time where I don't look at a Santa Claus and think, you need a little tobacco juice right here.
Inspiring reading from Edie Hand and Don Keith. A Christmas Ride, Miracle of the Lights, and A Soldier's Ride. Both available for Kindle and e-reader as well as paperback. Go to Amazon.com or visit www.ediehand.com to learn more. Don and Judy Thord of Ohio would like to extend a special thank you to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital team and its partners. And as they contribute in honor of lost loved ones, they hope you will join them through your generous gifts as well.
Ronnie just laughed.
Why do you look so sad?
Well, you know, goodbyes are always tough for your mama.
Come on, give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Hi, I'm John Schneider, one of the co-founders of the Children's Miracle Network. And here's something I bet you didn't know. If it weren't for Christmas time, the Children's Miracle Network wouldn't be around. Long before CMN started in '82, long before Dukes of Hazzard started in '78, I used to travel with a little theater group around Atlanta, Georgia. And we used to visit 2 different hospitals during the holidays, on Christmas Eve and on New Year's Eve, because we figured that if kids were in the hospital during the holidays, that they were probably not having a really good time. So we brought shows to them, Wizard of Oz, we juggled, we did magic, we had a great time. And I saw what entertainment could do to a sick child in a hospital around the holidays. From that was birthed the Children's Miracle Network. Merry Christmas.
Now I believe in miracles, and I have seen what the power of love can do. And prayers keep me hanging on, and hope will see me through. I walk in faith and trust in things that I can't even see, 'cause I believe there's a miracle in me. I walk in faith and trust in things that I can't even see, 'cause I believe there's a